Hey, it's Brenda with Horse Sense Healing and another episode of Living Our Grit with Grace. And today I want to talk with you about, it's a codependent behavior that I've struggled with for a great deal of my life. But it's one about putting the value of others in front of our own, to where it's about approval. Being approved by others becomes so important. So as helpers and healers and caregivers and nurturers, we're kind, loving people, and we want everybody to be happy. And that can be a trap. We want people to like us. We want people to love us. And one of the things that hurt the most, or is the scariest, that brings up a lot of fear, is rejection. Somebody doesn't like us. They're mad at us. And it can bring us to a place of fear that we're going to be rejected. We're not loved. We're not liked. We may lose them. And it brings up a panic, even shame. So, yeah, like I said, I've struggled with that. And one of the hallmarks of codependency is valuing the approval of others more than valuing ourselves. Yeah, so I recently, in the last few days, have been bumping into this really feeling out of sorts, like a sickening feeling come over me, a panic almost, stressed. It was just in that feeling, it's like the feeling of shame. And I couldn't figure out what in the world was going on with me. And then I realized it was every time I was going Christmas shopping, I started to pick up a few gifts. And then I realized I was overly planning gifts for someone because I'm feeling a little out of sorts with them. And I realized that I'm like, oh my gosh, I am going above and beyond what I normally would do to make things even nicer than I normally would do. And then I realized it's because I want them to love me. And that was, ouch, 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 ouch. And it's a place I know better than to be, but it snuck up on me, caught me completely off guard. So one of the things that, a most profound question that was asked to me many, many years ago by a woman I had just recently met. She was a friend of a friend, but I really respected her. She was very independent, very confident, and I was speaking with her on the phone one time, and we were talking about my farrier who wasn't calling me back, and wasn't calling me back, and wasn't calling me back, and it was weeks. And I was really starting to worry about the condition of my horse's feet. And she asked me this question: why are you letting him disrespect you? And I went, wow. Yeah, so where does this show up in your life? How do you teach others to respect you? A lot of times we might be afraid to do that. So, my experience, other people like me get stuck in this place and really don't know that they're in it. You might be stuck. Maybe you had a conflict or an argument with your teenager this morning or at some point. And find yourself, even though you're the parent and you're the adult and you were doing responsible parenting, and they're mad at you, and that some part of you is craving, oh my gosh, they're mad at me. I have to fix it. You have to fix it. So you buy the kid flowers, or you buy them a present, or you write them a sweet note, and suddenly we take away the respect that we're trying to encourage or enculturate. That's not the right word. Cultivate. Or maybe you had a disagreement with your partner, and it was valid. You know, it doesn't matter who was right or wrong, or your neighbor, or a parent, or a sibling, or a friend, whatever, but they're not responding to you, and you want to pursue, and you want to fix it, and you want to make it better, and the bottom line is, you want them to like you. It's scary for us. It feels unsafe for us that we might lose someone, and it's really skewed and out of whack for sure, but it's not even valid. A lot of times people just need some space. A lot of times we need to learn how to teach people to respect us, and we need to learn what it takes and what we need to respect ourselves. And that can be a journey. So learning how to step back, take a breath, stand in your own worthiness and your own value is a journey, especially if we get caught up in codependent behaviors. And there can be change. We can change that story. You can change that story. We can allow others to have their feelings, and we can allow ourselves to have our own. And trust that we are not being rejected. Like, there's some rules that we can play with too, if that's a big scary thing for you. A lot of people it is. So my horses and I love to assist you on that journey of changing stories of things that no longer serve you to stories of confidence and courage and self-reliance, stories of joy. Would love to talk with you. You can see my contact information on the text above the screen. Have a wonderful day, and here's to living your stories of grit with grace.